And we're here, everybody. That's right, it's that time of the week. The third night in a row that this asshole's gonna come and talk to you. It is the Sunday Night Live Show. And I'm your host, a balding bearded asshole. How's it going, everybody? Uncle Potsquatch here. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Angle's a little fucky on that. Oh my goodness, that's all right. Well, maybe it's interesting. It's like, hello, then we got Squatchy in the background. That looks like fun. There we go. Squatchy, a little stone right now, so he's taking a nap. All right, everybody. How we doing tonight? It's Sunday night. I'm doing all right. It's been an interesting, good day. Made a little video there on the little root locked plants there, or not plants, seedlings. And, just transplanted a bunch of plants. And so they'll start bouncing back fairly soon. And then we will eventually, the next week or so, be bringing you actual updates on plants and showing things again. They'll be at the place where we'll think it'll be all right. Welcome, Michael Montgomery. What's up, Cole Ripplinger? Hello, my friend. Welcome to the show. How's everyone else's day been? You had a nice Sunday, nice day of rest. What's up, Lop Jones? What's crack-a-lackin'? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Ooh, good. I already have some marijuana here. What's up, Rebel Grow Productions? Just chilling, my friend. Getting the Sunday Night Live show going. Gonna roll up a little joint. We're gonna talk about some weed titties. It was the night where I transplanted some plants, and then I tried to make some soap real quick for the wife, and I'll eat some later. But it was showtime. And then I went to start the computer here at the desk for the show. And it started doing a bunch of weird update shit and then asking for all this stuff because this is the wife's computer. My computer's in the office. And so, simply put, I didn't know how to do it, so it was under the gun. But luckily, we pulled off the timeline, so it's all good. What's up, Cindy Botany, baby? How you doing, my sister? What's up, joint operator? What's up, James Davenport? That's right. What's up, Michael Montgomery? What's up, Steve G? Oh, shit, I got a pop-up here on my computer covering all your wonderful words. Just a moment. All right. Fuck off, you stupid thing. There we go. What's up, Fly Fish One? How you doing, my friend? What's up, Steve G? I'm doing well. How you doing? I hope you're doing well as well. Michael Montgomery, 40 degrees Celsius, getting up to 50 later in the week. Holy shit, Michael. That's bloody hot. My goodness gracious me. What's up, James? How you doing, baby? The one from maybe like a week ago, those the Northern Lights ones, they're doing well. They're starting to bounce back slowly but surely. Basically, with a kind of a transplant like that, when they're kind of definitely struggling, having some issues and certain sort of segmentations in terms of the root ball, when we transplanted those ones, the plant is kind of selecting the parts of itself that it's going to say, well, you're fucked, so I'm going to shut you down. And it basically then will, simply put, kind of almost pull all positive nutritions and things into the leaf, and then it will shut it down. It will start to cut itself off from this part and allows it to yellow and die while it feeds the rest of the plant, you see. So it's a very interesting process to watch. I kind of call it the plant psychology. It's interesting to watch, which ones it chooses to go with and which ones it doesn't. But they're doing well. I'm thinking about another week, and then they'll be ready for another kind of nice little prune there to give sort of breath within there, take off the stuff that's dying out, and then allowing the healthy tissues, the healthy remaining parts to kind of self-propagate and get up there and get it sexy, you know what I'm saying? So, hashtag boom. Just finished watering the dark plasma, says Steve G, and the polished shore. Very nice. DJ Drew 24V, where are you at, Mike? Do you mean Mike the Safer Ride Squatch? He is in Saskatoon, in Saskatchewan. Hope you guys are having a most excellent evening. I hope you are as well, my friend. Happy Dude Grows. We are having a wonderful day. It's nice having the wife around. She's been working so much on set that she's never here, and if you leave me alone too long, then weird things happen. So it's nice to have her back in the house, I'll tell you. What's up, Texas Pete, baby? How you doing? Well, Michael Montgomery is an Australian. Matthew Host, good day, mate. Good day to you as well, mate. Dun, dun, dun. What's the temperature like down in Texas right now, Texas Pete? Yeah, unless you really need a heating mat, I try to steer away from using them because a lot of them are just vastly overkill in terms of either doing clones, especially for like new rooting on a clone, but seedlings as well. I like to try to just maintain the ambient room temperature in the area if I can. For example, if heating's expensive, most of your house is drafty, then try to find a room where you can put a small space heater or something where you can easily maintain that optimal temperature up until they're ready to go, and then move into your main space. I mean, heating pads for young little baby plants, that scared the shit out of me. I tell you, that's no. All right, everyone, we would like to congratulate the newest Potsquatch to join this planet. Texas Pete had a granddaughter today. Sadly, Texas Pete was a little sad. He couldn't go down and see her, but he got sick, so he don't want to make the baby sick. So he'll see her in a few days. But everybody, we got a new Potsquatch, little baby female Texas Pete. Hell yeah! Congratulations to Texas Pete, your family and everyone. So this one's for you, kid. Welcome to the world. It's a weird place, but don't worry, we will get through. All right. Oh yeah, you should go grab the Christmas tree and drag it out and put it somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah, why not?
that's good boy, Buggy.
All right. Yes. Does it have a name yet, Texas Pete? I know it's not a it. I'm just being funny, but does she have a name? Have they named her yet, or is it like one of those things that they're debating the name now? Chris Ball, Frankel's Lemon Cheese, the 707 Troop Band clones took. Can't wait for them to finish. 5 more weeks. Hell yeah. Oh, Lila. Beautiful name. Good choice. Little Lila. Well, welcome to the world, little Lila Potsquatch. When you're old enough, me and Texas Pete Grandpa will teach you the ways of the weed titty voice. Unless you hate weed and that would be fan. I can teach you. Warm 74 degrees tonight. What's 74? Well, I got the computer here. I'll find out. What's 74 in Celsius? I'm so bad at the conversion on that one in my head. So 74 Fahrenheit to Celsius. So there we go. Damn! 23.33 repeated. Holy shit, son. That is definitely warm. It is not that here in Canada. Where I am in Canada, it's probably still about 5 or 6, 7 degrees outside. That's hot. Wow.
So hot right now.
What's up, Heckler 420? How you doing, my friend? -6 in Ontario. What's the temperature in Saskatoon there, mate? Is it freezing? Is it freezing cold there, mate? Because it was pretty damn cold there yesterday. 84 today, so 84 then. What's an 84? Let's find out. I've got this pulled up here on a little thing so I can just easily plug it in. Wow! Basically almost 29 degrees. Holy shit, Texas Pete. That is very warm for a December. At least by my understanding and perspective of the month from being a Canadian. What's up, joint operator? What's up, Jamie Lopez? Please help 911. Have threat problem for 1 week already. All right. So, one, I typically attack everything that I have with Jake's. That's normally my go-to. But I do know that there's a lot of different people here with a lot of different ideas in terms of our community. Who here is on right now that I know has some alternative ideas on thrives? Jake's all-in-one is basically Srel. You got a few thrive tricks, don't you? I'm pretty sure you got a few. What's up, Srel? You got a few thrive tricks other than Jake's up your sleeve. Why don't you share? Rebel Grow Productions. Canada's crazy with the control of commercial growers they choose. And stop home growers just seeing something on Vice. No, yeah, it is Rebel Grow Productions. And it's funny, certain people seemingly aren't able to watch my video where I lost my shit the other day bitching about Canadian legalized cannabis getting worse with the new legislature being passed out of Manitoba. And it's weird, but yeah, the video is being fucked with. Like, a lot of people have seen it. I can still watch it. A lot of my friends, I call them like, hey, can you check to see if you can pull this video up? And they can. But then some people just can't access it. It's like it's being shut down to certain people. It's interesting. Very interesting indeed. 26 Fahrenheit and snow coming in. How snowy does it typically get there, Cindy Bachman? Mike, safe ride squatch at Cindy Bachman. Minus 24. Fuck. Says Mike, the Safe Ride Squatch. Michael Robbie's home, 23 Fahrenheit or minus 5 degrees Celsius here with 6 inches of snow. Shit. But Block Jones, are they going to have enough time utilizing spinostats to attack those stripes, given that they've already been there in a week? And I'm assuming that they're fairly, prevalent. That's why I'm such a fan of Jake, because I just get in there when I use a full strength dose. It just fucks those motherfuckers' days up. Happy Dude Grows. Well, that's what the weather machine says. Right? Exactly. I feel you on that one, Happy Dude Grows. Is it really cold or really hot temps that kill stripes? Cold temps, Jamie Lopez. So drop your temps for sure as a preventative. That works for stripes, mites, all that shit. Bugs in general don't like the cold. So if you have an ability to have an AC, it's good to go. You're welcome to eat it, my love. It's funny, she's in the background pointing at the soup. She's like, but yeah, so drop your temps on that shit. Actually, one of the things we're going to be fucking around with on this grow is, I've never really fucked around with companion plants before, but just for the fuck of it, I'm going to grow a bunch of companion plants. We're going to do some lavender, we're going to do some chives, we're going to do some basil. What was the other one? The flower.
Chrysanthemums.
Chrysanthemums. I'm going to grow some chrysanthemums with my wheat titties.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to do a bunch of companion plants there in the space there. One, to see if it does anything in terms of, because we do live out in the woods here. And since we don't get a crazy freeze here, sometimes they get a warm day. And it's like, all this shit wake up and they're like, hey, I'm here again. And you're like, how the fuck are you here? It's December, you cunt fuck. What?
Well, if you think about it, weather has been the opposite because we got these early cold snaps. Throughout the spring that killed all the mosquitoes, so our mosquito wasn't.
Yeah, the mosquito population was fine, but everything else is still there. Like, I mean, this year's been really bad for different forms of gnats as well as black flying aphids and non-flying aphids, and there's still flies and shit outside right now.
Well, December's been warmer than October, which is weird.
Yeah, December here in BC where we are has been, that's true, warmer than October was, so that's fucked up.
October was very good.
We got lots of bugs still everywhere. They're just like, hey, we're bugs. I'm like, fuck off. It's December. What the fuck? That's true. Thank you for pointing that out, Mike, the Safer Ride Squatch. I appreciate that. And remember, all moderators who are on right now, send in your email. We're building the list. Going into the new year, we're going to be like an organized team of me and the moderators, and we're going to talk. And it's going to be wonderful. Because we got a lot of cool things coming in the new year as well. So that's going to be important for us to be able to keep that one going and making it happy and making it healthy, if you know what I'm saying. All right. What's up, Cody Monco? How you doing, my friend? What's up, Joshua Dussault, my friend? What's cracking lagging? I'm doing well. I did what you told me with the cuttings, man. Put them in a cup and 1000 T5. Should I change the water every day? Rodney Lapine, you could do it every other day. You could also take just a smidgen of 3% hydrogen peroxide solution as well in there to keep any icky gruppies growing within the water, as well as just to keep a little oxygen and keep it happy. So that's totally okay to do. But remember, a little dab will do you. Even just a few drops of that hydrogen solution into that cup is kind of what I'm talking. We're not talking like a hardcore. We're not even talking a teaspoon. Put a few drops in there, you're good to go. Rodney, you can. You can definitely do foliage spray with just general water. It will help to have them not crisp up or dry out as fast. The good thing about when you're using a water cloning technique is they don't lose rigidity within their cell walls. It keeps the moisture within themselves, right? So, yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, you could put a humidity dome on it too. I don't personally do that a lot, but that's just me. And you know, man, one could argue that I'm just a lazy fuck. Oh, I liked the funny angle, you silly nincompoop. But here, let's try that. How's that? Is that a better angle? Excuse-moi. How's that? Is it better? It's not perfect. Good enough. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, no worries, Rodney the Bean. And like I said, you know, I mean, the plants that you took them off of, right? Like they're still in veg, right? Like, you know, wait a week or two, and you know, you'll get some new cuttings coming out. Humidity dome just speeds up the process, I think. No, actually, Cody Monco, what it does is it allows for the foliage to not die off and begin to sort of desiccate within itself. I don't typically use it a lot, but that's what the attempt of the humidity dome is to keep that upward foliage that we've now traumatically hacked this thing off a plant. We've cut off its tips. It's allowing a higher moisture environment so it doesn't start to dry out as the plant is fighting to try to take new root and then come into itself. Yeah, excuse me. Aussie Big Buds, I have many shirts. We ordered hundreds on the first orders. So that's true, Happy Dude Grows. I mean, the beard is starting to veg in. Her 1 year birthday is coming up, the beard. That's right. She's starting to veg out well. And yeah, so we'll see. But not bad for almost a year old. DJ Drew, one, often I would just go from solo cup to finishing plant. Typically, when I'm going from seed, I don't. So what I do is I go from there, I let it root lock a bit, like we saw in the video today, and then I'll take it, I'll put it into a 1 gallon, and then I'm going to do the initial veg out, and after that 1 gallon, I'm going to transport it into that. So you got your solo cup that gets root locked, right? Solid root grenade. Then you put it into the 1 gallon. This 1 gallon is now going to become like a 1 gallon root grenade by the time you transplant that finisher, which gives it a much healthier foundation to then attack this new pot with and give you much more healthy wheat titty. The more wheat titty, the more wheat titty. Wait, you see what I'm saying? Now, often with clones, I won't do that middle step to the 1 gallon, or I might just plant a clone into the 1 gallon to start. And then I'll go from that 1 gallon that way. Why do I do that? I don't know. It's just what I do. With seeds, I like to give them a little bit, kind of more layers to it, because with that sort of original taproot that comes off of a seed, you can get some pretty cool, crazy things. So yeah, hashtag boom, if that made sense to you. Can't wait to see the beard in late bloom, right? Well, I'm assuming some of you at least have seen my father from the video. I'm growing mine out to show him mine's bigger than his. So. Or the fan, or do you mean the air pump? Or like my cloner obviously uses an air pump for that one. But yes, and one of the things on the one that we ordered, we have a video out of. I don't really use it much because I'm frustrated with it. I've got to fuck around with it because the pump itself just falls off. So the pump keeps functioning, but it's kind of shitty and it doesn't stay mounted in there. So it kind of would always just fall off and defeat the fucking purpose. You know what I'm saying? So. What's up, Chris Paul? How you doing, my friend? Thank you very much. Which method? What are we talking about? East side worm. I'm not sure what we are referencing. Michael, that is completely incorrect. That's part of why we do a slanted cut, and that's why I clone in water. And I don't keep the tops misted, and they do take in water through the stalk. They don't effectively do so in like a soil or a rock wool, but if you're doing a straight water cloning technique, thousands of years old, super simplistic, they do take up water that way. You're not going to have necessarily 100% success rate, but for me, that's part of why I like doing it that way. The ones who do take root prove to be tough to me, and they're worthy genetic samples to then allow to grow out and play with in a sense. Plus, certain things, ways I do things are pretty basic or old school, and I mean, I just like it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gotcha. You thought worm. I understand now. Oh, there we go. Nice little recipe. Thank you, Srel, on that one. So whoever's talking about that one before in terms of the thripe issues, we've got a nice, wonderful, little recipe here. I'm assuming they'll be using that as a spray. You're spraying that down there, Srel, in a spritz bottle. What's up, Hamilton Homegrown? How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the Hizzy. Is your day going well for you? I hope so. Perfect. Thank you, Strel House. So anyone, if you're still there, who was asking about the effective little ways to fuck around with it, there's a nice little recipe you can try there as well. Or keep it true to yourself. Heckler 420 Squatch. There you go. There we go, Jamie Lopez. So yeah, take note of that one, Jamie. That's true. And Hamilton Homegrown, I'll tell you, it also comes with be careful, dumbass. Oh my goodness. The amount of times I get caught in things or, when it starts to get to a certain point of length, it kind of changes how certain things work and you kind of adapt. Certain foods are very hard for me to eat in public now. So I don't eat them. I eat them in the privacy of my own home where I can go rinse the beard out. Oh, Sral, thank you. I mean, I'm not worried. I'm just having fun. But thank you for that. People, if they want to like it, they can like it. Robert Sargent. Is it bad to transplant and go straight into flower? No. I mean, in terms of my styles, really, Robert Sargent, I would personally say give it at least a few days. Give them a few days of their typical veg life. Let them get to know their new pot a bit. So let's go a week. I would personally recommend go for about a week, and then after that point, well, then flip away, my friend, flip away. Oh, Hamilton Homegrown. I believe the weed gods are nice, kind motherfuckers, and if they're not, well, then I'll go to war against them too. Oh, and I'm not disregarding that point, Michael, but I'm just saying when you said they can't do it through their stock, they fully can, and that's why I love water cloning, because yes, with the lower percentage of where it's doing it, it still is able to do that, and so it makes me happy. I mean, I'm old school in that way. Yeah, so I always fog my rooms, Texas Pete. So after every run, I fog the shit out of my room. We're going to be double tapping this room just for safety's sake because we have had a lot of things waking up recently in the last couple of weeks out here. So just to be safe, I'm just going to double tap the fuck into the room. And hopefully we get some cooler temperatures here in the next few days to a week. But, I'm not holding my breath on that one. Do I do bongs? Yes, I do smoke bongs occasionally. Predominantly a joint guy, but there's a bong right to the side of that camera there. And a dab rig. Not a huge dabber, but I have one. Rebels Grove Productions says, I wouldn't do it either. Wouldn't do what? I'm confused. What's up, Reserva Escobar, my friend? How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Show. All Season Angler. I have some 4-foot tall Lost Coast skunk autos. They are supposed to be done in 4 weeks, just starting to flower. I'm running out of room. Anything I can do to slow the stretch down? Not really a whole ton there. Predominantly, we're going to recommend slow training that. You're going to have to tie them out and try to maximize the available space is really what you can do, unless there is another space that you can move them to. But yeah, there's not really a lot you can do. I mean, you can pluck some of those families off, but that for me personally, I'm not going to recommend that on an auto, especially I mean, I do a lot of defoliation in terms of my traditional photos, but with an auto, I definitely would defoliate less. So yeah, I hope that helps. What's up, Big Daddy? No worries, Robert Sargent. What kind of bugs is hitting down in Hamilton there, my friend? This is smites of small children. What kind of bugs we having attack you down there, my friend? Michael Montgomery, I seen your P professor. What? First time in the what? I don't understand what you mean, Michael. I'm doing well, Reserva Escobar. Having a beautiful day and enjoying another Sunday night live stream show. Ancient Trubrick. Any thoughts of the Vancouver Police Department? Certainly, definitely a better police force than a lot of police forces around the world that I've met. Every police force has, officers who may not be the nicest of people. I would say maybe some of the people that have been over the years leading the VPD, some of them have been a little bit conservative for my liking, but I would say in terms of a global comparison to global police forces, there are certainly vastly worse forces out there. And I guess at the end of the day, like a lot, I feel bad actually for a lot of the VPD officers with having to close these places down. So I think a lot of them personally even don't agree with what they're being forced or told to do, but it's their job to do what they're told, right? So they have to go do that. So I think, I think I actually, if anything, almost have a compassion for some of them, because I know a few of them were my friends, and they struggle very deeply with the fact they don't agree with a lot of stuff that they're being told they have to do in terms of cannabis right now. So, but, what are you going to do? Oh, dude, I hate fungus gnats and all. There's over 6,000 different variations of gnats that would fall within that family. Same thing for different aphids and different types of thripes as well. I hate them all, though. They're all fucking dicks. East side worm, that's totally fine. I mean, I typically go like a 21 to 23 degrees Celsius, so that's pretty much what you're doing. I personally drop my stuff a little bit lower at night. Usually my nighttime is about 15 or 16. But yeah, that's me. Oh, fuck. Dude, sorry, Ancient Trooper. You just said VPD. And I lived in Vancouver for almost 20 years. So it's like the second I see, the three capital letters, I think Vancouver Police Department. Sorry. Okay, let's try to address what you're actually talking about. Oh, temperature and humidity. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Temperatures, optimal temperature for most cannabis strains is 21 to 23 degrees centigrade. I like to drop my temps at night, especially in terms of mid to later flower. I super chill my plants sort of at the end as part of my finish. Relative humidity, I'm usually like a 50 to 52 kind of guy. That's my happy place. And I try my best to kind of keep all of that shit there. But yeah, sorry about that. Totally, I thought we were talking about the Vancouver Police Department. So. I didn't grow up in Vancouver. What, BBD to 5-0? At the end, well, Hamilton, I super chill my shit at the last few days. When I like to do it, 24 to 72 hours of darkness, depending on the flower itself, is which kind of period I will go with. And I drop it right fucking down to just a few degrees. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, fuck. I think we got an alarm going off on the phone during the show. Sorry, everybody. 1 second here. Sorry about that, everybody. It was the way I had the phone. Whoa. Does everything look weird? Does it look normal? Does it look normal on this end? Looks kind of all like weird and like, whoa. What happened there? What the heck? Whoa, my camera's stoned, everybody. What the fuck? How did that happen? Okay, wait. Let me fuck around this here for a second. Okay, this is trippy because okay. No, but there's no effects on this. Like, there's nothing on my phone that does this. Okay, I am not sure, anyone, how this is happening. I blame ghosts. But we're good. Okay, can we handle this? Because I'm not sure what else to do here other than stop the live stream and try to restart it, maybe. What do we think? Can we handle Potsquatch through this weird lens? Can we handle this? Is this okay? Can I stand in my middle of my little weird oil world here? Is this okay? Whoa, man. All right. Hello, feds. Nice to see you. All right. Well, I seriously, because what happened was I dragged my phone. I was trying to like pull it out of the holder so I could just get to the fucking button to click dismiss on my alarm. But then this happened to the camera. I don't really know. It's literally just happened, so I don't know. But we'll go with it, I guess. Hits from the ball. Well, I guess I'll finish rolling my joint then. This is some weird shit, man. Like how is this happening? I don't know. It's got to be a glitch on the phone. That's the only explanation. But I don't get how dragging my phone has made a glitch like this. But well, whatever. That would be funny. Imagine somehow that it is. It's like only people who are high are seeing this effect. Normal person comes on the show. They're like, what are all of you talking about? Well, anyway, we're on the weird psychedelic experience, it seems, here with the weird video effect going on our camera, but let's go with it and work with it. All right. So, who has the question for the mythical Potsquatch? Move my hand fast. Me native, it's a camera glitch. It totally fucked up when an alarm went off on our phone. I was trying to drag it out of the fucking thing to click the thing, and all of a sudden the camera's done this. We don't know how it's working or why it's working. There's nothing on the phone that does this, or is supposed to be able to do this. So it's some weird glitch of some sort. But we're gonna roll with it, and we'll see what happens. Betty, don't fuck with the garbage. Be a good girl. Betty, be a good girl. Yeah, right? Rainbow bright filter. Well, anyway. Maybe we're just all ascending. We're ascending into a higher state of being. Oh. Typically these days I just drink Bud Light. Budweiser's been tasting like bananas. Cheap, and I like that it's made out of rice, so it's less carbs. So yeah, that's good. Yo, what's up, Adam Duplessis? My friends, what's crackle action? How you doing? It's weird though. Like I have no idea what's causing this, but hey, whatever. Let's do a ghost inhale with it. Let's see if that's trippy. Okay, let's answer the question there. It was Angler's question. I have a water softener. How do you remove the salt from your water? Well, what's the ppm of your water? How hard is your water right now? All season angler. Well, these are 355 milliliters. Beer cans come in all forms and sizes in Canada. We have many different sizes. I've got a much bigger one. I think that one in there is probably about 750 milliliters. I'll pull it out maybe on the next beer. I can show it to you. All right. So, wait, what was the name of the genetics group that went around gathering people's strains to catalog them? Silo or something like that? Don't know. Never heard of that, actually, Michael Montgomery, to be honest with you. I have 2 dogs. One is weird. Mofo. I can't have the only dog that likes to take underwear. No, both my dogs do that, but not my underwear. Well, they'll play with mine and like fight over it, but definitely like Mr. Potsquatch panties, though. You gotta fucking watch those little bastards. Is it close to a magnet or a speaker? May cause this in a screen? No, there's nothing. It's in the same place it's always in. It's literally just doing this right now in some weird way. Well, ancient Trubrick, one, trying to figure out what the fucking laws in Canada are right now. Also, we are looking into doing incorporating out of the States as well and having sort of certain things we do out of the States. So, worst case scenario, we'll do it out of the States because Canadian laws here are quite tricky, but I'm trying to figure all that out. So eventually, but no real timeline on that regard currently for you. But we're working on it. We're working on it, my friend. How did the seeds turn out? Sadly, the pollen was kind of shite. So we only got a few seeds. I've yet to find a proper enough seed to work with from the Afghani. We got 10 official seeds from the Violator Kush. That's going to be the Violated Death Kush. Big and hard, not very dark though, but that doesn't mean necessarily they won't work. So I'm actually thinking about trying a few of them and just seeing if we can get them to pop. Adam only got 3 seeds, sadly, out of all of the Black Damina, even though he went in and pollinated like an asshole a bunch of times. But all 3 of those beans have popped. So Adam Squatch is playing around with those. Reserva Escobar. I've got one of our pamphlets right here. This is one of our pamphlets here. So the little Squatch goes for $234.99 USD. The big Squatch goes for $309.99 USD, and then the double Squatch, well, she goes for $5.99 USD, baby. Hashtag boom. And I'll see if I can get you a little shot. Yeah, this. Yeah, we'll show you a little pamphlet there. We'll talk about that shit. I don't even know if we're getting that right now, but yeah, this is the front of it there. This is the front of it. General rig information on the back. And we've got the story of the Potsquatch. I wrote this while drinking beer and smoking pot on a timeline because we needed to have it ready to get these printed for going to our first public event. Potsquatch Growers, started as a simple little YouTube on a mission. A mission to help educate the world in the ways of growing your own cannabis as a means to resist the corporate and government takeover of the industry. If people can grow their own, they will always have a safe, sustainable, and quality option other than big corporate cannabis. The Potsquatch has been growing for almost 20 years and playing around with LED lighting tech for over 10. The channel began in response to the vast amounts of misinformation throughout the internet, and this led to the birth of Potsquatch Growers. It has been a journey over the last 2+ years and an exciting one. And then it keeps fucking going. Like, I mean, it goes on for a while. We got up to there. So. There we go. I put that there. Nice little display. There we go. All right, 1 second here. Let's go back up. I think I missed a few things. Hell yeah, he said. Worm. All right, 1 second here. Reserva Escobar, if you go to the website, it will auto tell you in Canadian. That being because it is our partner company, is an American company. They're built to order in California. That's why our listed price on the lights are in the pamphlet USD, because I can't put a listed Canadian price because it's a fixed American price. And with fluctuating currencies, it costs less and more Canadian depending on. Typically, for example, on the double squatch, though, with most average exchange rates, it's been about $777 Canadian and a few cents on the double squatch. Add duplicities. I mean, if it was totally legal and we could do it without having anyone have a conniption fit or being pissy at us, then yeah, I don't see an issue with that one day if we were able to do it legally. You know, one step at a time, right? We're doing our best to figure it out. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we're back. Oh, I know, Rodney Lapine, it was a glitch out that happened when we tried to turn the alarm off. I was dragging the phone out, and then, you know what? Fuck it, we're just going with it for the rest of the show. Why not? Welcome to the Magical Mystery Tour with Potsquatch Growers! Oh. Yeah, but it's like weird though, Michael, because then it would be a collective flashback spanning continents around the world. Yeah, no, it was weird. It just totally happened, Rodney. We were trying to pull the phone out of the thing and we were trying to fix it, and then it just happened. So we're like, well, we're gonna go with it. Oh, I wish my wife would come out of her room. I want to show her. Yo, baby! Gesundheit! Gesundheit again. Yo, baby. Gesundheit. You done?
Oh, we're getting there.
Come look at this weird camera glitch that's happened on the camera. We've got a weird camera glitch going on in the show. It's funny. Yeah, it's on the edges, right? Like the center's cool, right? But yeah, no, it's like the alarm went off on my phone.
Yeah.
So I was dragging it out of the thing, just a little bit to hit the thing to dismiss it. But look what's happening now.
Oh, that's so weird. Like, that is really weird, though.
Cool though, right?
Yeah.
We're all having an acid flashback together, it seems. But digitally.
Today's special.
Digital acid with some DMT.
Huh.
A camera glitch coming to you, I guess. I mean, it was weird. Like, we just dragged it out of the thing that was holding it, and then it did this.
Weird.
Right?
Huh.
I magnetoed it.
Remember the movie Be Kind, Rewind? Yeah, you're the guy who erases videotapes.
Do you want to be a sweetheart and get me the Labatt 50 out of the fridge?
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, no worries, Rodney and Bean. It was just super weird when it happened. And it's still weird. We're all just sort of, going with it. Thank you, my love. Oh, it's fizzing. It's happy to see me.
Woo!
Calm down.
By the way, your soup is amazing.
Not bad for a 45-minute soup build, right?
No, that was divine.
It didn't fizz over. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe I broke my phone. Who knows? It was my electromagnetic personality, my friends. I knocked the phone into a new dimension. All of a sudden, we start seeing specters appearing on the edges, right? It's like this side here, it's like a different dimensional reality. Oh my God, I broke space. It's like in a Star Trek show or a science fiction show where we've ripped space-time or some shit, or some interdimensional void bleed through. It's just basics here, but I mean, I like to make my own stocks when I do stuff. So I had a bunch of really nice turkey stock that I did a slow cook on for 24 hours. So I threw just some basic turkey stock. Didn't have any meat in the house. We're going grocery shopping tomorrow, so I just threw a bunch of vegetables together. Some beer, a bunch of spices and veg, and fucked around and made it sexy, and then put some noodles in it, kind of like a quick country turkey noodle soup. Sadly, no meat, but it tasted. Put some turkey gravy in that shit too. Make it sexy, Good time. Yeah, I agree, Jamie Lopez. I was married once before. I mean, we're not technically married now. But supposedly she has been talking to ring designers because she wants to ask me. And on one of our earliest dates, she's here now, so I'm telling it. And she did. One of the earliest dates we ever had, Miss Potsquatch said, "How do you feel about a woman?" We were fucking drunk, by the way.
Yeah, we were.
We were wasted. And she's like, "How do you feel about a woman asking you to marry her?" I think my almost instant response was, "Well, I've already been married once before." To be fair, she was calling to the count. So make me a special fucking princess, let's go. Then it took her 2 years to find out what I really wanted for a ring. But she knows now, and she's got people designing it now. Supposedly it's been sent to my parents, and they approve of the ring. I'm a little stoned. Now just look at the top of the B and the phone, and it's just like, You certainly may email me a soup recipe at DJDrew24V. I used to run a company that made soup. I used to make giant batches of soup, and it was funny. Every day I made soup, and we were packaging it. Well, I didn't package it. There was packages. I made it, though. Sometimes it was like a 600-liter batch of soup, and every day I thought about putting wheat in them and getting the world high. Never did, but that was a dream, a secret dream, a
My
project.
dream was to put laxatives in the soup at my work, but that's because I was leaving.
You mean?
Well, all their in-house sauces just add a little laxative.
I just wanted to put wheat in.
Seriously, guys, ultimate prank. Maybe you can be the hero. If you work in a kitchen and life sucks, think about adding a little bit of laxative to all of the in-house made sauces. Like we did the mayonnaise, and then we incorporated, or not the mayonnaise, something else. I don't know. We made a lot of shit. and then incorporated that into other sauces. So think about it, laxatives, and then the whole restaurant thinks that they get food poisoning. Ha ha ha. That Chris.
So I'm dating Satan. But I watched a nice documentary film on the Satanists today, and they're not that scary
In the
actually.
Satanist Bible?
Satanic Bible is technically what it's called.
When someone annoys you, destroy them.
Actually, not the wording in it. No, it's not. I have read it. Sorry, everyone. It was funny. Anyway, beer all in my beard. That's the trick. Beer and pussy juice, if you want your beard to grow. That's why I asked the question about the genetic company that promised to protect everyone's contributions to the gene typing, and then they had that promise broken. Yeah, see, like Michael, I don't know who they are. I've never even heard of that. For me personally, as a grower, the second I would have seen that, I would be like, ha, bullshit. You're trying to collect everything under wrong guys, and you're going to go fuck everyone. But I don't know who that was. But, fuck them. We're all still here. We still all have our genetics. I've got some really old school genetics that I'm really excited to eventually work with. Or at least see what they are. We've got this rare golden indica from the Oahu Islands from like 40 years ago. We've got this... We've got this, a couple of these African land races that Caden Crooks of District Records was gifted by someone. And so, we traded a few beans, and then so I got a couple of those Afrikaanish beans there. Very excited about those, man, to see what they're like and just kind of play around with them. We got some Afghani land races in our little secret stock there. A lot of fun, different genetics out there to play with. What's new for 2020? Dun, dun. Sorry, no, I grew up watching 2020. Logan Outdoors. Well, going into 2020, we have some new releases happening on some things. We'll talk about that more in the new year when we're ready to release that. Going forward, we will be representing the distribution of Jake's into the continental U.S. of A as a company, so that's a very exciting thing. We're teaming up and working with Jake's on a bunch of stuff, so that's pretty cool. Into the new year, I'm probably gonna. Well, we're gonna, eventually, we'll put the new upgrades when they're ready. We'll have those new lights and showing those when that is all ready eventually to go. What else is coming new? We're still working on the TV show. We're going to be working to kind of expand the channel a little bit, make it a little bit more regimented and sort of have more specific things. I really hope to launch that cooking part of the channel where we cook with cannabis and talk about that, do a bit of a cooking show. I think that would be a lot of fun. That wouldn't be a live show, obviously. It'd be something we would pre-record and edit up, and I'd probably put a little bit more production value into that one in terms of getting her done. After that point, we're really working hard on trying to get the concept of the show going and kind of putting something together to kind of shop that one around a bit more. A lot of interested parties, though, in the general concept, so that's good. What else is new coming in 2020 for the Potsquatch Growers? Well, we're going to keep trying to release and work on things to help the growing people. I hope by the end of 2020 that at least phase one of the garden supply part of our company and our store will be there, and just so working on that. That's a big thing, I would say, for sure. There's a bunch of other things that are just in the works that may or may not actually end up being a thing, but so there's a lot of stuff going on, and we're working hard and keeping it sexy. I'm also looking forward to eventually, once financially able to, sort of expand the swag things and actually have a few more clothing items and a few other cool things. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Good question. Very, very good question. Rodney Lapine, this is just a one-off. I buy Labatt 50 occasionally because they can get it in a big one here. That's the only size you can buy it in this province. This was the beer my family drank. Growing up, Labatt 50 in the marshes. That was a fucking thing. My cousin's wedding, I was the marsh who got the last Labatt 50. And that was a thing. Yep. Labatt 50. It's what my family on my dad's side always drank. So, I mean, for me, it wasn't available here in BC for almost a decade and a half, and all of a sudden these fuckers showed up a few years ago. And so it's like, hey, all right. Occasionally I'll have one. Ancient Trubrick. It's Potsquatch420 at gmail.com. That is POTSQUATCH 420 at gmail.com. Right now, my friend Kelly Meds, I'm smoking some Violator Kush and enjoying a nice cold beer. And it's wonderful. How's California doing, my friend? Fuck yes. What's the temperature right now? Because you're not that far from BC. What's the temperature down there for you guys right now, would you say? So right now, seed vanvin. We've got a bunch of seeds that we're planting. We're doing some shit from seeds right now. We're going to see one who goes female, how many do we get of each, and the beans that we did initially pop were some purple kush. We had a very bad return on those. Only one plant is kind of going on it. We'll see what it does. It's a little weird, but I believe in it. I'm giving it love and hope. We've got a bunch of bubble kush from our friend Pilgor going, so that's sexy. We're very excited about that. We got a bubble cherry cross with Firefly. Firefly being from Jake's Proof Genetics. This F1 cross has been created by Nancy Budwell out of the States there. And then we're rocking the Gorilla Blue. And the Gorilla Blue was developed by a very close friend of mine and a fellow grower. And she sent me some of these beans as a gift. And it's just amazing. They are so amazing because, one, very consistent genetics for an F1 crossing. It's astonishing. Very consistent on a lot of the stats on it. Especially when it comes to like gender breakdown. Like these plants actually have like a 50-50 ratio on them, which is pretty astounding to me. And I'm like, holy crap, like that's a fucking thing. So I don't know, yeah. What's up, Cry Now? How you doing, my friend? Rock and roll. -7 in Southern Ontario. It's probably about 6 or 7 plus here in BC in the Fraser Valley where I am. -222. Getting close to freezing, Srev. Rodney Lepine, I typically will. I prefer not to use feminized seeds if I can avoid it. I prefer to use something that will give me both a male or a female. It hasn't been fucked with in that regard. Plus, especially in this day and age, I think it's very important to gather, store pollen as much as good female genetics and work on that and work hard as we, the community, we, the people, because there's a lot of very big corporate entities out there that are going to try to fuck us. And if we're not careful, a couple of generations, we may have lost everything and we're all fucked. So that's why I collect beans, and I'm hoping to eventually kind of make at least my gift to the world in that regard from things from the years that we collect or are gifted and work with in different programs to bring to people. But we've got to do that legally eventually, and we're trying to figure out how, if we were to do that, how do we do that legally, right? Like, so in Canada, there's certain things, and then anyway, there's a long story. We're working on it, my friend. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, and then said a bunch of other shit that didn't really have a relation to it. I apologize for that. The violated death kush. It's violated death kush, Adam. It's not violator death kush. It's violated with an ed on the end. Death kush. Necrophilia joke. It's funny. Oh, I've been there, Chris Paul. I've had like a giant box of Ferrero Rochers. I've been stoned to shit. Nah, You have one, you're like, well, maybe like two, maybe like 3 or 4, okay. And before you know it, you've gone into a frenzy and you wake up like surrounded in a diabetic, after diabetic coma, right? Like wrappers everywhere, stuck in your chest here, chocolate in your beard. Like, what happened? Wife walks through the door. I've been gone 20 minutes! Dude, I love it, David Priller. How is that old mystery strain? Justin Ale, I'm on my first indoor grow with my 4. Can't wait to try this wedding cake. Wedding cake is a very popular new age strain, and I'm excited for you as well, my friend. Happy to your first grow, baby. Oh, good call, Mike. Yeah, it's December. We should say that. Happy holidays, everybody. Or lack thereof, if your people don't celebrate a holiday at this time, well then happy fucking existence and just have a good time. Hell yeah. I'm trying to think of what the genetic I have currently that I'm most excited to grow or play around with. Um to be fair, I mean, yeah, if we can get a good female out of these 10 beans that we got out of the violated death kush, that'd be interesting. Like, and we don't have enough to make a proper stabilization on it. So, I mean, if I can get a good female, then I'll just force her to fuck herself, and we'll go from there. And that'll at least be one thing we can play with and see what it is. And I mean, if we could ever find a legal way to do it, we could bring that to market at least as an F1 kind of self-interest fuck, shall we say. DJ Drew, I started smoking cigars. I'm Uncle Bucking it. But I mean, I smoked 4 to 6 cigars a day. I was smoking 20 to 30 cigarettes a day. A lot less chemicals in a cigar. You don't inhale all of them. Sometimes you just sit there, even just having it lit, it burns real slow. So, but it's just like not a lot of smoke. Or hope there's something you can have. You know what I mean? And I mean, I for years didn't even smoke cigarettes. Half the time I smoked pipes or cigars. So that's probably helping me a bit with that one, but they smell better too. Um, but like I'll like light it, take a few puffs and puff it a little bit, right? And I'll put it out. Like I'll start and end a cigar 3 to 7 times. But that's kind of how I've done it. So it's kind of, it's a hell of a lot safer than vaping. So there is going to need to be when you drink a beer, though, right? I know how you smoke, and you can chain smoke when you drink a beer. So you got to be a little bit more responsible with that one and make sure you're not just hurting yourself. Because, with cigars, if you stupidly smoke while drinking, you will know it in the morning. But that, in a sense, kind of helps, too, for you to be more responsible with it. I've been quit cigarettes now for almost a month now. Hell yeah, Rodney the Bean. Sounds sexy. How's the terpene profile on that rosin for the wedding cake? Sounds sexy. Rebel Glow Productions. Don't buy cigarettes and you buy beer. I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, we're talking about when you're a regular smoker, right? I mean, like for me, I'm still having nicotine introduced into my body. I'm still ingesting a tobacco product, but it is a different thing than this is a pom-pom, so it's not a swisher, but not quite a proper stove. I'd say I would put pom-poms in Canada kind of in between the stove or the swisher. It's a cheap little in-betweener. Not a swisher, better than a swisher, but. Oh, Family Outcast. We had a glitch out on the camera earlier. So I had an alarm go off on the phone, so I was trying to pull the phone out of the thing to like click dismiss, and then the camera somehow just glitched. So we're just going with it. Oh no, I feel you, Rebel Grow Productions. This is not a struggle really for me, because like for me, I've quit smoking cigarettes before. I mean, um, and I think for every smoker, I mean, when you really quit, oh, I still enjoy cigars. I have no intention. Like I'd like to get down to where maybe I have like maybe a cigar a day. That's kind of my end goal in terms of my personal plan on stuff, one or two or something like that. But it's a step in the right direction where I'm at now. And I'm not far off that in terms of numbers. I'm like 3 to 6 right now. So basically, for me, the decision was I was just sitting there and I was like kind of getting excited about all the things we got going on, feeling excited about life, and then thinking about the fact that our company and what we're doing, we're trying to fight these big, giant cigarette conglomerates. And Pom Pom is a smaller company, cigars are a different thing, and all those chemicals and shit in there. And I mean, it is bad for my health. And I mean, I'd like to reduce and get down to a moderation thing where, yeah, like a cigar or two a day. And it's much healthier, right? I don't want to be sick. I don't want to die, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it led me to that, I guess. What's the longest flower time you ever grew out and how was it? David Priller, I've met a lot of sativas. Well, not a lot, maybe 9 sativas that anything that goes into a 13, 14 week range is sativa for me is a freak. I've met and I've had probably the longest one ever was like 15 or 16 weeks to where it was actually finished. And it was surprisingly just done the way it should be. It wasn't over ripened. It wasn't too ambery. It wasn't this, that, you know what I mean? That you would expect from such a long window. It wasn't having decay in certain points where then you get new growth on it. I mean, it was just good. It was sativa, and I don't really like sativa personally, but in my earlier years, I mean, I did fuck around with a lot of sativas. I mean, it's part of the reason why I don't really grow them much anymore, but I put my time in, shall we say. Oh, there's a joke in my family. I mean, I'm Uncle Harold come again. I'll explain that story at a later date. That's a long one. Yeah. Hell yeah, Gorilla Grower. I am an indica man myself. Of particular love to the true Kush strains of the world. Ancient true brick. Anything that you're using to fuck with the natural drying process or speeding it up is a bad thing. Slow dry is good. That's why we dry trim. That's why we only clean it up a bit when we harvest. We keep it all predominantly whole and intact because you want to keep a slow dry time at a cool temperature. That's where you're going to get really crazy elevated terpene and cannabinoids, existing within your weed titties. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so like Jamie Lopez, like where I break up a bud and it smells like rubbing alcohol. I've never met a rubbing alcohol smell, no. Oh hell yeah, Gorilla Grower. I love Kush. Kush is my jam. As long as it smells kind of cushy and tastes kind of cushy and has kind of a cushy effect, I can accept it. That's what pisses me off a lot in this world now is just because something technically has some Kush genetic lineage maybe in it, people are like, oh, it's this Kush, it's this Kush. I'm like, no, baby. If it don't smell like Kush, don't taste like Kush, it ain't a fucking Kush. It's a beautiful marijuana. I will buy it and smoke it. But don't call it a fucking Kush. Like, Jamie Lopez, I've smelled like diesels and New York City sour diesel shit. I mean, I remember the original diesels back in the day, man. They had a really fucking prominent fuely-ish type smell to it. You know what I'm saying? Hindu Kush is a beautiful fucking thing. I love the Hindu Kushes. the family of the Hindu Kushes. Big fan of Burmese Kushes. Burmese Kushes being what went into making the Master Kush. God, this is computer pop and shit. I will fix the computer later. James Jordan, your show rocks, man. Well, thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say. I appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not normally like an aggressive, like violent man, really. Like, but when people start calling shit Kush, I'm a passionate man. Some would think I would be that. I am a retired fighter. I was a fighter for years, but it's like, no. But when people call things Kush and it don't smell or taste like Kush, I get very frustrated. It's like one of those things that as a Potsquatch, I get very stressed out about. If it don't smell like Kush, or taste like fucking Kush, or feel like Kush, it ain't goddamn Kush. Ugh. What's up, Aaron Bennett? What's cracking, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, right? A real Bubba Kush or a nice death Bubba? Oh, man. But the Bubbas actually, like, they came out kind of later on in the Kush game because, you know, Kush became prevalent when I was quite young in BC. And that's where I really got a chance to really get to know and see a lot of this crazy, awesome shit as it took over. Because before in BC, it was more about the skunks and the this and the that, you know, and much more of a sativa-based market and certain strain intermixes and or at least indicas that weren't that kind of heavy left hand. But that heavy left hand, that Kush, became what became really the BC bud market as I was growing up. That's probably partly why I love it, but like I hate sativas or things that don't taste like that with the thick resinous profiles because it dries out my soft palate, for example. Like I mean, I smoke some of that shit, and it's like, and I get like kind of the wrong buzz on. Personally, for my chemistry, I don't like it. I mean, I feel anxious. It's not good for me. You know, joint operator. Purple Kush stays to the lineage, but OG is where it starts to trail off into the OG Kush, Pink Kush, Love Kush, and losing the Kush signature for flowery terps. Yes and no, joint operator. I would say that I've met a lot of really good phenos within those creations. I think probably what I would add on to maybe your statement would be more like a lot of people aren't pheno searching when they're growing out from initial gene source, and they're not keeping the right mothers. I would say all of those intermixes I have met versions of that were beautiful and super cushy. But I think that's something like again, breeders aren't breeding properly anymore. No one's paying attention to anything anymore. So we're losing these things. Those pungent, sexy cushinesses. You know, you could have something that's genetically totally even a Kush still, but you bred it the wrong way for a few, you know, families, and then you're fucked. What do you mean counting minutes? I don't understand. Yeah, the brain is tricky. I mean, it is. It's a strange place. My brain is a little fucking. I don't want to lie to you. It's always constantly trying to argue with me. I'll tell you. Like, oh, boy, it's very frustrating. Oh, well, if are we talking like the chemistry of the brain and the chemistry of just general sort of like, you know, body health? I mean, you know, the human body is a very complex thing. I mean, look at how complex growing weed is. It's both simple but super complex. There's a lot to growing the best weed out there, right? And it's weed, like it's a weed, like it's still a weed, right? Think about how complex the human body is in comparison. And then you're like, well, man, holy shit, that's pretty fucking intense, right? Well, I feel you, William Johnson. And I will grow out stuff. Like, for example, that Afghani turned out, we didn't have a lot of it, but it turned out super sativa. I'm still smoking it from time to time, right? You know, I'm rotating it in because it does have its uses. And it's not a full out sap. There's some stuff there that's still got an indica twinge to it that I'm kind of identifying with, right? But it has its place in its usages, you know? Michael, I'd almost say that it's a little bit more complex than that, and I would say there's actually even branches in terms of terp profiles that at least for my personal like of growing cannabis and stuff, seeing different things like. But I never thought about it like that though, in terms of breaking it down and trying to identify categories of what is there in terms of that, the scent of it, the taste of it, etc. Oh. You've given me an interesting thought. I will have fun with that one. I like it. No, they are not Jamie Lopez. That is one thing I've never put on YouTube. But there's other shit on YouTube. I'm all hyped up on sativa. I'm chilling on Violator Kush, having a cigar and a beer with all you. Well, see, like for me, Michael Montgomery, like I'm a hardcore chronic pain patient myself, and it's like the thing that really helps me with it is indica, like indica things. I mean, sativas make me anxious. I do struggle with my own, wiring things, quote unquote. I mean, I don't feel I have my PTSD anymore, but I went through some really bad stuff and relationships and stuff early on, and I was a little fucked up, to be honest with you. It's been a long road to get to a place where I can talk about things and not have like these weird kind of shit just all of a sudden it's triggered and it's just like this weird thing. But I totally feel you on that one. But for me, I was a pain patient before I had that disorder, right? I've been using pot since I was a kid. So yeah, I mean, indica's always just been that thing that for me in my pain and my own biochemistry and where I like to be happy and healthy and dancing and being and be like, all right, let's get it done. I'm like, all right, my head hurts like a bitch, but it's all right, because baby, I feel all right. Okay, let's do it. Kind of a thing. Because it doesn't, for me, pot doesn't ever take the pain fully away. But for me as a pain patient, if you were to imagine like the pain as a loud playing speaker and you dunk your head into water and you're hearing those loudspeakers down through the water, it's taking that pressure off your eardrums, if that makes sense. That is what pain management with cannabis for me personally has been, and that is what my daily experience with it is. So like it's always there, but it makes it to a thing where you can tolerate it, and it's just part of. And after years, like I've had this for over 10 years now, and so you get used to it. You kind of learn to say, "Yeah, fuck it." Oh hell yeah, it's real. And I think a lot of the ways I breathe, though, with the things that I like, the effects that I like are always paired from good genetic sources with really nice terpene profiles that I find very enjoyable. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly, Michael, right? Always what, Cali Mids? Oh, yeah, no, exactly. Sorry. Took me a second there. I was like trying to, no, totally. And now that I understand what you're saying, totally a great way to put it too. Excuse me. It's always there. But, and the thing for mine, like where it's weird is like, I have a bunch of different types of things. Because normally, like most pain patients, when they have things like they would be traditional migraines, I don't get those. I get different things because they're not technically migraines according to the doctors. They don't really know what anything that is happening other than it's real and it's happening. But I don't have a brain tumor. I test super healthy in all these ways. Like, and it's cool. Like, But at the same time, like I've done like scans where like they've even like looked at where my pain receptors are, like they're firing off the fucking charts. So I don't know, but it's like it's always there, but also too in a weird way though too, like I don't even look at the pain in a bad way, in a full way, because it's made me have a great pain threshold in general now too, right? Like, so since I've had to learn to adapt to live with it as a pain patient, I mean that's been pretty cool. And cannabis indica has been the way for me to do that. Excuse me. Michael Montgomery, I've more than half the amount of pain meds I'm on for a broken neck. I got through a car accident and do not take antidepressants for my PTSD anymore either, and it's all thanks to cannabis. Fuck yeah, Michael, that's awesome. Long distance hashtag boom. That's awesome, right? Like, I mean, cannabis is this wonderful thing that can help us and really can work with human body and do a lot of different things. I mean, and it's a fucking weed, it's a fucking plant, like, I mean, it's just sad that it's like this really wonderful thing that we fought for years. And the second that they're like, okay, like maybe we should give them some rights, maybe we should allow weed, and then of course the wolves of industry move in, right? And that's why we got to all stand unified and try to fight for this a bit here. I mean, obviously there's always going to be big players, and that's all right. Nothing we can do currently, at least, to change that. But we need to protect our right as personal growers to grow our own. We need to protect the right of small business, small craft growers to exist in systems anywhere in the world that are then legalizing and trying to make a new market. These are all important things. And we need to look into making a proper, really regulated industry and a healthy industry that's built out of how the industry has worked. A system that's been designed with a cognizance to the past of it to make it make sense. That's how you do that and do it effectively, right? So that's why we fight the fight, my friends. But we'll get there. We teddy people, if we keep standing, we keep fighting. Well, it's astounding what happens when a bunch of us decide to stand together and go somewhere and say, hey, guess what? Fuck no. If all of us do it at once, well, the world stops. That is a power bigger than any nuclear bomb. I'll tell you. Hell yeah. And I'm very sorry, William Johnson, for you losing your friend. What was your friend's name, William Johnson? We'll give your friend a shout out in their honor. Hell yes, Mike the Safer Ride Squatch. What was your friend's name, William? Blandon McIntyre, aka Black. Well, Potsquatchers, those gathered here, those who will watch going forward of this episode, raise your joints if you smoke. If you drink, oh, hopefully drink water or something. Doesn't matter if it's water, liquor. Raise now while watching this video and drink, smoke, in the name of Blandon McIntyre, aka Black. Rest in peace, our friend. May you have a good party rocking time. See, joint operator though, the regulation in Canada and how it's worked has been pro big business. There's giant super farms in Canada, man. Like there's phase three power cable systems that all of a sudden in the middle of nowhere just exist because big money and the government and corporate wanted it. And all of a sudden, ooh, well, we can bring the power to your community. You know? It's fucked up. What's up, Josh Squatch? Damn, I'm sorry, William Johnson. Well, in his honor, everyone raised their thoughts and their hearts. I'm sorry you lost your friend, William. I do really apologize about that. I'm sorry. Damn. That sucks, man. I'm really sorry, dude. That's heartbreaking, bro. Right? Well, maybe if you believe in such a thing, your friend's hanging out with all of us right now. Who knows? Maybe that's part of what helped the weird effect that glitched out on the camera that's creating this tonight. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I made him do some dabs earlier. So Squatchy, Squatchy's passed out hard. Well, because like I was, you know, we came home with a big bottle of Alberta Premium. Right. So Squatchy got to know that. And then the poor little guy started doing some dabs and well, he's still passed out. May he have a good nap. Whoa. To be fair, Srel, how I every time I've gone to like a wake or to something like that or a remembrance, I mean, I always made sure I had weed on me if the family needed weed, just smoke some weed and stuff. So I feel you on that one, 100%. I'm really sorry, William. When did he pass away, my friend? Was it recently? Like, well, I'm assuming it's somewhat recently, but yeah. But see, Squatchy can't keep up though, because eventually Squatchy breaks down and he just shuts down. That's why he's having a nap over there. Uh, well, little Squatchy there is actually both. I do have hair still, but it's like this is where it's balding here, and then it's in the back a bit too, right? But basically, I normally shave my head, but I've been lazy recently. Oh, it's all right. I thought it was funny, Cali Minute. Oh man. Well, William Johnson, the fact that you're struggling with the loss of your loved one, your close friend, your family, and you came to hang out with your family at Potsquatches when you're just trying to chill and exist. Like, I mean, I'm glad you came here as a safe place because this community is meant to be a safe place, right? We can all be having a good time, having a party, and talking too, but like, it's a safe place for people to be, even when you're having a hard day too. On these live streams, on our hangouts, that's important. I think it's a good thing, and I say hashtag boom to that, and that's beautiful. True, Chris Ball, that is true, and we do have some bots watchers who are in fact DJs. It is true. Hell yeah, it's real. Hell yeah, Rebel Grove Productions. Um, my thoughts on Montreal cannabis seeds. I don't think I really know them or know much of the history or things that I should have an opinion on. Is there some reading material that you might be able to send me that I can do a little reading and then I can maybe give you an opinion at least on what I have read? Joint operator. When I was a kid, I thought about it. Then I don't know. Because the fact of writing a book, no, because it's always evolving. The true grower is forever student. By writing a quote unquote canon Bible type of a thing, locks ideas in stone that I don't like. And so for me, the way my growth of understanding pot or playing with pot or growing pot just doesn't feel right, if that makes sense. Unless I could name it like the evolving edition. This is just the first time I shout out something on a page. And I put that on every book. I just have it like a number coding system. Then maybe, yeah. True. Good idea. A journal series. Yeah. Go back to the old school journal release, kind of thing. I like that. Well, fuck yeah, William Johnson. Then that's awesome, yo. No, I've had friends too when I was like, starting some girls out and friends who helped me out too. So that's fucking brilliant. Fuck yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Call it Squatch's Notes or joint operator. We could call it Notes of an Idiot. Notes of an Idiot Squatch on weed. On weed. I'm really bad for long names and shit, but it's just, I'm a comedian. I like obscure shit. Like, so, it's weird. You should see our, TV pod that we're working on. It's fucking, yeah. For sure. Yo, baby. Baby. Dottie Davis. Could you get some food for the dogs, please? I think I'm hearing them do the, digging for water or food in their little plastic bowl thing. No, it's all right, It's all good. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Well, Rodney Lepine, I mean, it's kind of it's kind of a shit storm in that regard. For me, like, I mean, I just get gifted like a few seeds here and there and always have over the years. And then I, save them and I create things and I go for mother plants typically. So right now we're starting to collect some mother plants. That's what we're looking for, is to start finding some good phenos and some shit and taking some other plants and stuff. So. Oh yes. One of the, like, when I was a young idiot, I still love gaudy jewelry to this day. Like, you should fucking hear about the ring that my soon-to-be wife is getting made for my engagement ring, so she can ask me. It's funny. She's like, describe the man. Well, but the first gaudy bracelet I ever bought myself, I had engraved on it. I was like 14. It was life is death, but death is not the end. Because like born dawn, but there's more after the death. And it's not like some Greco-Christian thing in my head. It's just like energy, man. Like, I don't know. Look at the camera glitch. There's a lot of weird shit that happens in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rodney Lepine, I don't know. I mean, okay, in general, back in the day, the few times I ever did use like a seed bank or an online seed provider was maybe GYO Seed Bank. They have recently changed a bit, but from what I've read, it's for the better. So I guess check out GYO. That's something I've personally used over the years a few times, and that's at least something that's always been kind of consistent. But other than that, like I don't really have a lot of knowledge about that. Oh, I don't find it at all joint operator. You know, I throw in a little vermiculite and I just kind of let them do their thing, and then I throw in a little bit of a coffee, little dip maybe occasionally because it's a very positive pH for the plants. But no, I mean to be fair, I just didn't want to go to the grocery shop and buy a big brick, and I was where I was, so I just bought the ProMix Biologic. I normally go with ProMix HP, Mike was that, but it's what I had access to, baby. It's okay. Yeah, I use ProMix HP for my main everything inside the room. When we go to full, this is what I grab there for basic shit. I'm gonna use this vegetable soil as well for doing the companion plants that we're gonna be growing on this grow inside the room. Plus, I'm gonna have a lot of herbs. I can't wait for the chives because like I'll just eat that shit all day. So tasty. Loved like as a young kid, we had a huge chive garden, right? So I just go eat chives all day. Love the taste of them. So it's snacks and it's good for companion plants to keep bullshit away. Fox Farm is really hot to me. I don't like Fox Farm personally, Cali Meds, and it's hot in terms of its newts. I don't like it. I don't. I mean, it's a good intermix. Fox Farm, if you're using it like something to cut into something as the main base, like it's not the main base, but you're cutting it in. It has a use, but for me personally, my style and how I feel as a standalone, no, not into it personally. But that's just me. How right? So, Marcus Deacon, was ist los, mein Bruder? Schönes Tag, alles gut? Was ist los? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Marcus. Oh, good way to put it, Srel. I concur. What's up, Helcomaniac? Welcome to the show, baby. Guten Morgen. It's 8:38 p.m. here, but Guten Morgen für die. I like that. See, Callie, man, see that. See, there we go. Now you're speaking my language now, Callie. See, I like that. See, yeah, good. You're not talking using foxes. Yeah, see that, baby? I can get on board with that. That sounds like a nice little thing. I'd love to play with your dirt. I know that sounds weird, but you know what I'm saying. That sounds all right. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's right early there, Marcus. It's Monday morning there, I guess, eh? Oh, well, it is. But yeah. 10:40 in Oklahoma. It's 8:39 where I am. Stealth grower with 5, 6s, and 56s in a protective way of naming yourself in the algorithm of YouTube protection. I like it. How are you, friend? I hope all's well with you. First time I've managed to catch it live in a while, being in Scotland. Much love and huge respect to you, sir. Well, fuck it. Well, thank you very much. Much love and huge respect back to you. I'm part Scottish, so hey, maybe we're distant, cousin. You never know. Hashtag boom. 11:39 on NJ. The Canadian diner I went to for Bromix told me I was lucky to find a sack because someone robbed all the HP when it was in the yard. Laugh aloud. Who steals soil for fuck's sakes? Chris Paul in Canada, shit like that is very prevalent. And the fact is for years I've always like this, like been like, a lot of Canadian tires, for example, or something. But this is not really being protected. And the fact is, Canada's changing. For a long time, I think we get away with the fact that most Canadians were decent enough assholes. Like, we're not going to go just gank soil, we might think about it, but we wouldn't do it, And 'cause if we did, we'd feel bad. We'd bring it 3 times more back, keep apologizing shit. But there is a change happening into the climate, maybe here in Canada, certain things, and it's gotten competitive. Maybe certain areas where people getting greedy or trying to do this or that. You never know, and it's sad, but shit like that starts to happen sometimes, I guess. But hell yeah, smoke that weed, baby. Love to all as well in the chat. I'll be right back. I need to fucking piss. Diuretics, they happen. Everyone, chat amongst yourselves and have fun. I'll be right back. I'm going pee. Yes. We're going to keep talking because I'm pretty sure my voice can register on the microphone from here. Or the wife is going to come and say hi. Say hi, doggy. Say hi.
Hey! This is cool. The dogs ran after me. Shh. The dogs ran after me. Well, I did it. Dab time. It is dab time. So Tom Roth literally like, what if my man Love Dottie D showed up the last vid? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So nice. Yeah. I don't talk like that. I could talk like that all day. But people would really hate it. Hello, Marcus. What's going on? Cali Meds for Combat Vets. What's going on? Rebel Grow Production. Oh, jeez. So big! I love you. I love you. Sorry for getting really drunk last live stream. I was very drunk and high. Like a lot.
It was funny.
I hope it didn't offend you.
Don't apologize for offending people. We don't do that in the
Right.
world of Potsquatches.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck. Sorry, that's a quote from Half Baked. One of Chappelle's first movies.
It's a funny movie.
It was a great movie.
I'm gonna exist in the
Guess who's
multi-otherverse.
Too drunk, too sloppy. Guess who's back? This guy. Do you guys know anyone who needs an alternator changed? I know 2 guys. Right here. Sorry. That was a joke I made.
Is that her new side business? You need me to change an alternator or a belt? Well, I learned on Cadillacs. If I can do that, I'll even handle a Corvette because they're slightly easier.
Just alternators though, no other part. Like radiator, like no. You guys are awesome. I weed titties. I don't know. Sorry, I just meant to cover him while he was peeing, and now that he's done, I'm gonna go.
Love you, honey.
I love you too. Sorry, that was me.
Why are you sorry? It's funny.
These messages brought to you by Donnie.
The woman who puts up with my ass.
That's sweet ass.
Well, now I'm just feeling all bashful, honey. My goodness. Too drunk, too sloppy. The camera has a glitch. It happened earlier in the episode. If you go back, you will see when it happened. We were pulling the phone out of the holder. It glitched out, and it happened. Yep. No, seriously. So we just went with it, Josh Squatch. We're like, let's go with it. Oh, hell yeah, Ken Justice. Sounds sexy to me. No, Fade Man, it actually was a fucking accident. Earlier in the episode, I had an alarm from the other day that went off on the phone. So I'm like trying to pull it out of it's in like one of those tension clip things, a little tripod fucker that I bought on Amazon, right? So I'm just dragging it out so I can click dismiss. But then it went, and then this is what it is now. Welcome to the show. Well, we're both just learning about cars, but my wife has extremely impressed me with the fact that she's like redone a bunch of shit on this Cadillac engine, and I do the cooking. I'm a real idiot at cleaning in that I can clean, but it takes me a really long time. Kind of a chaotic man. Organization is not my strong suit. But at the same time, like oddly remember where everything is if I exist in how I do things. So yeah, but I love my wife to be. I mean, we're not technically married yet. She got to put a ring on everybody. I got things. Too drunk, too sloppy. Did some training on my babies, belling them down. Haven't taught them yet. Very nice. Michael, we don't carry condoms and pregnancy tests yet. I don't think we ever will. So, my friends, well, how long has this little show been going? Some 7, so about an hour and 48 minutes or so. All right. Well, my friends, I'm not going to lie to you. I might go soon. So, if anyone has any pertinent questions that they'd like to currently ask, or any pressing needs to address with the Potsquatch, let's do it now. Or else, I'm going to go chill out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, Fade Main, little Squatch, little Squatchy there, he just had a lot of dabs, and then he was drinking some whiskey, and he fucked up. He's out for the count. He thought he was going to come to the show, but, he's too drunk. He's just too drunk, too high. No, DJ Drew, you need to dry the buds first. If you're talking about taking a fresh bud, throw it in a jar, no. You cannot do that. But if you mean clean it up a bit, keep most of it on to dry, then remove the buds and throw them in jars, then trim through at your own rate, that's what I do. Okay, then yeah, no, that's cool, DJ Drew. Just make sure you burp more when you've got all that sugar shit on there. That sugar tree and those leaves, they're gonna burp off more gas. You know what I'm saying? So. Yes, much love to all of you as well from Uncle Potsquatch, Dr. Davis, the Mrs. Potsquatch. the puppies, the cats, the baby weed city plants, and from all the eagles that are currently existing in all the woods around here right now. It's the eagle migration, so thousands of eagles everywhere. It's pretty trippy. But anyway, my friends, remember, don't be afraid to take risks. The true grower is the forever student. Be humble, but be proud. Be humble, but not afraid to share what you know. And don't be a fucking dickhead. Be a dickhead. Don't be a fucking asshole. Be an asshole. Don't be a fucking cunt. Be a cunt. And at the end of the day, be yourself. Love yourself. Love those around you. Uncle Potsquatch loves you, everybody, and I think I'm just going to go and eat some food and chill out with Mrs. Potsquatch. Jessie Cardosa, best way to get rid of russet mites. Well, I normally attack russet mites with Jake's all-in-one. There was also a recipe that Srail put out earlier on the thing that you could have, used as well, I believe. With the photoperiod plant, if I was to top it at the third as soon as it reached, say, fourth and a bit nose, will that little top be mature enough to clone? No. For clones, I go with the bare minimum of like 3 or 4 nodes in and of the actual branch segment. Personally, how I like to clone. So, yeah, no, man, I wouldn't do that. I mean, but at the same time, like, you technically, like, if you were doing a tissue culture type of cloning, you just need a sample of leaves and you could do it that way. So, I mean, it's like, things are changing, So, the techniques all the time. Grandma Moses, what's up, Missouri? Missouri, I apologize that you're tuning in right at the end. We're just sort of kind of winding the show down. But wonderful to meet you and thank you for coming to the show. How's your day been? Have you been having a good day? Oh, no worries, Grandma Moses. But you know what? It's great that you got here in the end. And the good thing is we keep all of our live streams up. Grandma Moses, you'll be the last one I tell you this to. So, Grandma Moses, if you notice, there's like this weird camera thing going on, right? Like, ooh, suave salame, right? So, basically, earlier in the show, we had an alarm go off on the phone. We went to actually try to pull the phone out of the fucking thing to hit dismiss on the alarm of the phone. The second we started pulling that on this like weird kind of lobster claw thing on the tripod thing, it's like, I'm a stoner, so I'm just like, I'll just open it slightly and just drag it out. And then boom, this happened. And we just have gone with it for the rest of the show. Ooh. Oh. Well, my friends, I'm going to say, here's looking at you, Potsquatchers. Y'all wonderful. You're goddamn wonderful. And I love each and every fucking one of you. I'll see you soon. I'm probably not going to do any content there tomorrow. But Tuesday or Wednesday I'll do something, alright? Alright. I'm going to go have a Potsquatch day tomorrow. Alright. I love you, motherfuckers. Peace and love. Be yourselves. Keep it sexy. Rock and roll. Thanks for tuning in.